to have respect for them. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you see them as your fathers or your mothers, I don't. And listen, it is not out of disrespect. In fact, it is out of reciprocatory respect. They have no respect for us. They don't give a shit about me and you. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. So when people don't have respect for me, I don't have respect for them. And I can tell you, your criminal politicians don't give a shit and they don't have respect for you. That's why they could do all they are doing. So it is not in your place to respect them, whether they are old, young, from your tribe, from another person's tribe, from your religion, from your household. But if you don't care, we'll be fine. I promise you, we'll be fine. So don't say, man, I thought this guy is a responsible person. Why are you talking to elderly people like that? Is Tinubu not old enough to be your father? I'm going to kill your father if you come and say that on Maiyegun's diary political. You know what I mean? Once I see your name and all of that, I'll just tell the member of the temple that one lunatic has escaped the asylum and somehow found themselves in our midst. So I do not have respect for the criminals in charge of Nigeria from the A to Z. Sure you get. But if you have respect for them, it is your right. Okay. So now let's continue. Okay. The respect that these criminals have for the terrorists is like that. And the level of disrespect they have for you as the citizens is like that. You hold them no respect. If you see Tinubu, call him Tinubu. The Jaga bandit, the Jaga addict, Ashiwaju àwọn olè, Ashiwaju àwọn àtọ̀ọ́lé. You know what I mean now? Some call him the Jaga Pupu and all of that. Call him whatever you want to call him. He's not your father. Your father won't treat you like that. The way these guys are treating Nigeria and Nigerians. They have no respect for you. Therefore, politically correct mofos are strongly advised on Maiyegun's diary are political. Unnecessary though. You get what I mean? So, Kalu, who has been borrowing and borrowing so that Nigerians can continue to sorrow. They say the more you borrow, the more you sorrow. More borrowing, more sorrowing. So whatever it is that they are cooking, all those fake data, all those lies that they are feeding you, but you can't really feel the impact of what was supposed to be positive things they are doing because they're not doing anything positive. Promise you. Right? If you are doing anything positive that affects or touches millions of people, you won't even need any PR. You won't even need any influencers to be paid to go tell everybody that things are getting better. No, you won't need that. But if nobody is going to continue to mesmerize themselves and tell themselves that they are doing well, those who are against or those who criticize them are those who just didn't want better for Nigeria. They want better for Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. And I think it was a few days ago as well, when Kalu was bragging of, I think it was a few weeks ago rather. So he was bragging of, the accomplishment of his illegitimate regime, man that is telling everybody that he's making more money. And states are getting more money from a devalued currency that has lost over 1,500% of its value, Nigerian currency. He kept on borrowing from left, right, and center. Everywhere he goes, everyone he meets is asking them for money, not real investment. Because somebody's going to invest in a country that is being ruled by a drug dealer, a drug baron, and then seconded by a terrorist, sympathizer, and none like that. The person who is the Minister of State for Defense in Nigeria, his name is Bello Patawale. He is the former governor of Zamfara State. He is at the arrowhead of one of those politicians in Nigeria who are involved in illegal mining that have hired armed terrorists who have continued to wreak havoc in Zamfara, the state. He was governor before. DSS screened him and they made him minister in Nigeria. They put him in charge of defense. His own successor, Lawal, screamed out and said all his efforts to try to end all this madness in his own state, Zamfara, has proved abortive because even when they catch all these terrorists and they take them to court or something, the order from above always comes from Abuja to let them go. While Patawale will drive down with the retinue of, soldier security, He will drive down to Zamfara to go and mock them that whatever they are facing is Zamfara was simply because they rejected him in 2023. So they rejected a terrorist sponsor who was also their governor in Zamfara state. Tinubu re-empowered him and made him minister. Today, Zamfara is the hotbed of the terrorism in that country. Do you want me to go on and on and on? There are many of these shady characters that Tinubu has given power to, so as for them to advance this madness, these killings, this terrorism. So if Trump and others are coming for them, why should you be unsettled? Because they want you to be. They want you to feel like it's you they are coming for. It's you they want to come and take something from. But they've taken everything from you already. Now your life remains. Once they take that one, that's it. You are done. Because those who have died simply because after they've taken everything from them, they had nothing left except their lives. Even while they are running away from that danger, they still got killed. Because that's the only thing they could take from them. That's it. We have seen people who have seen the burial of their own loved ones. And we are talking about a lot of them. Like people will stand and say, I have lost 7 family members. Or I have lost 15 family members. Do you really think that's a normal thing for a government of a country to start playing politics with it? Because they are so interested in their 2027 that those of you that will make it down to 2027, you'll just be dragged, like across the line if you make it that far, unfortunately. So asking the government of the country to stop this bloodshed should be a general call for everyone. You do not need America to take care of these terrorists. You need to tell yourselves that. It is the incompetence as well as the compromise of those in charge of Nigeria that has made this whole problem to fester. If they decided to fix it, you don't need America, you don't need Trump, you don't need anyone there. You have over 400,000 personnel, military, Navy, Air Force. All these guys were trained, invested on to do this job, this exact job. But because of political criminality, because of compromise, they sabotaged all of that. They are rehabilitating terrorists. They are recruiting them into the army. They are saying that they are working with the military, but the more they recruit them, the more they rehabilitate them, the more the problem escalates. Today, terrorism in Nigeria is an industry. Those who are benefiting from it are in government. So we do not expect them to start arresting themselves, right? So if they won't, and the problem fester, people keeps dying, what other alternative do you think you have? What other alternative? You are worried about America. You're not worried about how to actually drag Tinubu and his gang. Tinubu and his gang are telling you that they are doing their best. And you have seen what their best is, what their best could do. Their best will kill you. And they want you to take it that way. They want you to think, right, that, America coming, this and that is bad for you. What is bad for you is the fact that these guys want to understand, to keep the status quo, keep praying, while you watch them keep massaging, pacifying these terrorists, the way they have been doing in the last 12 years. Think about that. Invade is a lawyer, and Reverend Buba is a reverend. No. Prophet Buba is a prophet. Lawyer Inibe is a lawyer. They both have a view. And there's another one, and that is our own DF, Dele Farotimi. You'll have 1 or 2 things to say. I'm going to take you to them. So a quick reminder again, those who responded to my call earlier, thank you. Please, if you haven't liked the broadcast, please do right now, okay? And let YouTube count it while you are here. Because if you do it later, it won't be counted now. It will just be like after. So like the broadcast, share it, okay? Subscribe to the channel as well. Set your notifications so that you won't miss anything. But here is Inebe upon Donald Trump's announcement, okay? So here.
I don't think that the Trump administration or President Trump in particular have any interest in regime change in Nigeria. I don't think that is part of their foreign policy objective, to use force to remove Tinubu from power as some people are speculating. I think what we are simply seeing is diplomatic pressure. And I don't even think that the US government has any incentive to engage militarily in Nigeria. I think what is going on is just diplomacy at work. That is my assessment of the situation. And it is an honest assessment. I don't think that there will be actual military action in Nigeria. I don't envisage that. I'm not ruling it out, but I don't envisage that. Now, do I support the deployment of military force in Nigeria? I don't. I don't think we need foreign intervention in Nigeria. I don't think that the West is going to solve our problem. But at the same time, we simply cannot continue on this trajectory, on this senseless trajectory of inaction, of government complicity, of our governments emboldening killers, emboldening terrorists, giving them a free pass in the name of non-kinetic strategy. Something needed to happen. And it looks that as if this diplomatic pressure that Trump is mounting on Tinubu, on the Nigerian government, is going to be effective in some way, hopefully so. If this is just an act of diplomatic pressure, I support it entirely. So all this argument about Nigeria being a sovereign country, rather, oh, why are you designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern? Oh, it is our internal affairs. For me, it simply does not hold water. Because where is the evidence of the sovereignty? Is it territorial sovereignty? When they are telling us that these terrorists are largely foreigners from Niger and the Sahel region, from Libya and so on, that is what they have been telling us over the years. So where is the territorial sovereignty? When communities in Nigeria have been invaded, taken over by terrorists who are imposing ransoms on those communities, something needed to happen. These killings have to stop. The victims, be they Christians or Muslims, are Nigerians. The government has a responsibility under Section 14 of our Constitution to guarantee life. That is the primary responsibility of government, which the Tinubu administration has failed. It has failed. It has failed embarrassingly so. Something needed to happen. We simply cannot continue like this. So to simply dismiss what is going on, that those of us that are not coming out to say the US should not have an opinion that are unpatriotic is nonsense. Nobody hates Nigeria more than Nigerian politicians. They despise this country, and the evidence of that is clear. When you have a president that goes abroad for headache to treat all sort of things, even without disclosing to us, all our politicians are going abroad for medical care. The lawmakers, the governors, all of them, they're acquiring properties abroad, sending their children abroad. Mentally, they have seceded from Nigeria. So this fake patriotism they are preaching to us, I simply do not get it. Oh, they are coming to steal our resources. The resources have already been stolen. It has been stolen. They have fleeced the country. The country is broke. They are borrowing to fund their corruption. They are borrowing to fund their ostentatious life. So let us stop pretending, oh, that this regime cares about the country.
They don't care. They do not care about Nigeria. If there are those who despise Nigeria more, it is the politicians. Nigeria gives them everything because they have to write a blank check for themselves. They write how much they want to pay themselves. They write how much they want to collect as allowances for travel, for medicals. They still loot the country by denying millions the opportunity to at least benefit from the supposed democracy. Dividend, they call it dividend of democracy. Once they steal all this money, they borrow money, like they take loans on behalf of the country, and then they squander the loan by relooting the money through the award of contracts, which are mostly never to be completed. And from year in, year out, from generation to generation, the story is the same, but different players. They continue to twist and turn and all of that stuff. You benefit nothing, absolute nothing. But then they take the money abroad to go and buy themselves properties. They send their children abroad. Their doctors are abroad. They do not believe in Nigeria. If you want to know those who don't believe in Nigeria, or they have the opportunity of making Nigeria, if you want to know those who have the opportunity of fixing Nigeria from different times, but they botched it. They are the politicians. They hate Nigeria so much that they can't believe their luck, that many of you don't even know that. They have mentally seceded from Nigeria. These guys are buying themselves citizenship of different countries. They are keeping it away. They are buying for their children. They are making you believe that if anything goes down now in Nigeria today, they will be the first to leave and run away. But they are telling you that it is your country. You need to this and that by being on their side, by believing them that they actually care about the country. They're saying all these things, but what they are doing is opposite. They are agreeing to the worst of the worst deals that continue to impoverish the people, devaluing your currency because you want to collect money, not because you want to try to upset the global trade by devaluing this. Something that the South Koreans, they do. China do that as well. When they want to do this, their trade battle to balance this or that, and Nigeria has none of that. It's about money, loan, 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 loan. And what are they using for the as collateral for the loans? Your mineral resources. They won't even disclose them to you and tell you that, oh, we have used these resources for this. They won't tell you anything. They don't believe in Nigeria. They believe more in those countries that they have their passports. But you are made to believe in the contraption that they are ruining, that is ruining you, a place they put up for one single purpose only, to exploit you. And after exploiting you, then to kill you. That is what Nigeria is. They say kill Nigeria before Nigeria kills you. With this new development, now that we know that one of the motivation for why America is interested in what is going on in Nigeria is the drive for Sharia in Nigeria. People have said that Nigeria is a secular country. It is not an Islamic country. People are free to practice their religion in Nigeria. That is the meaning of a secular country. You could be anything you want to be if you are not hurting anyone. You want to be a Muslim? Great. Nobody should touch you. You want to be a Christian? Anywhere you want to, freely practice it. That is the definition of a secular country. There are a group of people, especially the northern jihadists, who strongly believes that they are not Nigerians, and other Nigerians with them indeed are possibly like shouldn't be. Some of them believes that their loyalty and their connection is even more stronger with their brothers in Gaza, in Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, and all those stand before. And we are saying, listen, this thing shouldn't be hard, all right? I have seen the other ones who believes that if they have their way, they will have their own country, practice their religion. As if to say they need Sharia to practice their religion. You do not need any Sharia law the way they are politically pushing it for you to practice Islam, because Nigeria is a secular place. Nobody's going to come after you until the jihadists, the radical Islamists in Nigeria, who God knows who are funding them, as a lot of people have their own conspiracy theories around that, right? So this radical Islamist now chose to decide who should live or who should die. And therefore, in the name of Allah Akbar, they are slaughtering the people they call the non-believers, including those who are also Muslims. So in this, in this sense, it is ideal, in my own opinion, right? It is ideal for every one of us, to see it as what it is, the failure of APC, which is intentional. So what should we do? What should we do? One thing, if Iran's want to have their own Sharia country, would it be ideal for them to have their own country, and everyone else should discuss what they want as well? Others are saying, hey, calm down, because America's effort will lead to civil war in Nigeria. Why? If America says, oh, we are coming to come and wipe out all these terrorists who are killing Muslims and Christians in this sense now, why is that something that will then lead to you, who is a Muslim, upset enough that you carry gun to go and fight America? Because that's what civil war means, I think. Like everybody will just be like, against America. America is our enemy. And I'm like, why? Would you carry gun and say because America says that those who are politically pushing Sharia to sentence people to death because of blasphemy in 2025, that barbaric, what do you call it? This slavish, what have you, custom, have been a tradition of these Arabs. Blasphemy what? In a country where you are free to practice whatever you want, you can call all these religions whatever you want to call them. But some people